Here's the horses for them.
Oh, nice.
Yep. I stayed there. They went out to Park City every year for 3 months. They had another retired airline pilot buddies out. Had a big house right on the slope, out the back of their own slope.
Oh, shh.
You said Park City.
Nice.
Yep. So they went for 3 months and shit asses. They're good people though.
Why you didn't carry the horses?
Well, we had Jack Russell's.
You move that chair.
Two
Oh,
Jack
okay.
Russells. Big full ride.
Right.
Or you had to say treat.
That's great.
Yeah.
Guy.
Yeah, it was, we got retired.
No, buddy.
Sorry,
Biggest part of the battle, they say.
They're right.
Holy shit, actually, police report.
Yes, I did.
Really? Oh, wow, that worked out. Good. Fantastic.
I wasn't sure if I could go a little high or like.
I am.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Walter, where'd you get that shirt?
That shirt from the CIA.
You work there?
I didn't work there, but someone I was engaged to did.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
She still works there, actually.
Good.
That ain't all you got.
Sounds like
Is the camera on?
Yes, the camera is on. Thanks, Bobby.
You're really,
somebody made you laugh out.
that's great. He said, oh, wow.
I was on the list. He is coming, right? Yeah.
He's got 4 minutes. Here, 2. 3 minutes, 3 minutes.
It's just a lot of papers in different formats, that's all. Okay, it's cool. That's right.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't know, I left one of my jobs, so my schedule got free. So I will text soon, actually. It's been on my mind, I'm like, I would text her, and then when I'm doing it, I'm driving, and it's not too late.
That's not a good time to do
No, so I'm kind of like, I'm going home, I can just do it with the dog, or going to the, I'm working out a lot more now, so I'm like, and then my friends are like,
About there. Yeah.
I'm a hard to tell.
You're not doing it. I ride my bike, I be thrown out and never really.
Your favorite color.
Right. Right, yeah. Cause now it looks exactly like
Well,
that.
you paint your glass house with
Boy, after
that kind
that.
of fits.
I tell that young lady water in the front.
oh my
Oh,
God.
yeah, I did the other day.
You bring her into the air conditioner, out of the cool.
Just told you.
Yes, James.
Never know.
No.
Just feed her some coffee. Yeah, hello.
Hi there. I'm well, how are you?
Remember me?
Going to culture.
I do, but I don't. Sure. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I was like, can I help you? She's like, yeah, my kingdom work.
Yeah, I heard it goes, I'm talking to Matt and us.
Well, we got you in, right? Yeah. Then I can drive.
Big,
Good to see you.
yeah.
How you been?
Different place.
Wait, he's been arresting you up near your house?
He's been arresting me, no, he has not been arresting me.
Good evening.
John. I think I'm used to sitting down.
Oh, okay. Rise for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Wendy, could you please give a roll call, please?
Mr. Barlow?
Here.
Mr. Keitel?
Here.
Mr. Lowe?
Here.
This time we're gonna do a bid opening for the pipe, crossings on Bullfrog Road. This one here is from New Enterprise, standing in line. All right, the bid from New Enterprise for 400 feet of linear foot of pipe replacement. This is pipe replacement, removing and dispose of existing concrete pipe with plastic corrugated pipes. Is going to be supplied by the township. Stone covered 19 millimeter blacktop sealed on the seams. New corrugated plastic pipe, 18 inches of 200 feet and 24 inches of 200 feet, located along the Bullfrog Road, 13 locations. The bid is $60,000.
Even.
$60,000 each. That's New Enterprise.
Thank you.
Next bid is from Kinsley Construction. Let me see what they did. Let me see. All right, Kinsley Construction's per race, we look through here, there's 1, 2, 3, 73,800. Next bid would be C.E. Williams and Son. $84,000 even.
You said 84?
84,000 even. And the last one is going to be from AAA Paving and Excavating. $47,216. You've heard the bid openings, you've heard the price. The low bidder at this point in time is $47,216 from AAA Paving. If you guys have any questions about that bid,
No.
any objections to the low bidder?
Nope.
At this time, we can either award the bid or we can put the bid off for award at a later date. What do you guys want to do? code and the law, unless you have a reason to disqualify and you choose to do the job, you have to go below bid.
I make a motion, we go AAA at $47,216 for replacement of those pipes to full code.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 So moved. Okay, then you're ready. Now we'll move on to public comment.
Excuse me,
Yes, ma'am.
the other bid opening? that we
Oh,
had
so
bid-
thank you. We didn't mention the other bid of because, oh, guess what?
We had no
We
bid.
didn't get no bid. So the old Waynesboro Bridge, bid that we had put out, that's the second time we put it out, and we got 0 bids each time. So at this time, we will, talk with our liquid fuels rep. I believe we do not have to bid it again. So we can go out, if we find someone that can do the work for us and is qualified, we can let them do that. And, so it's been 2 years and we've been trying to get bids on this bridge. And, I did talk to, the one company that does bridge work, and he flat out told me, last Friday that they were picking and choosing what they want to do because that's how the labor market is today. And they chose not to bid. So. All right. Other than that, we'll move on past the bidding process and we'll go to public comment. Anyone have here for public comment? All right, the public comment. Supervisors comment. Ready? Robert?
I know you're gonna talk to him a little bit later about the mower, but, you know, her apologies for the roads looking like they are. Her mower's been down, and we've had a heck of a time getting parts at a great price, so, I think that's coming hopefully in the next week or so, as soon as we get that fuel line, is it?
It's not just the fuel line, it's all the fuel lines.
Oh,
All of them. They're braided fuel lines. They've been on the tractor since 2008. The braid has started to fail, and now we have a leak that's leaks throughout the whole entire fuel line system, and even the transmission lines. So they are supposed to be replacing those and also doing a service on it since they have it. As far as the repair of the mower is done. Now we're waiting for the service of the tractor. So,
well, I just wanted to bring it up to let people know that we're well aware of it. We're apologizing for the roads looking like they do this year.
it's an unfortunate thing, but as Ronnie said, that we did have an accident with the mower right there in May. They took the mower down, and now we're at their mercy when they get it back to us. So that's what we're doing. All right. Anything else, Bobby?
No, that's it.
Okay. Do have to mention that we had 2 executive sessions in the month of June to discuss personnel issues that we had and different things that went on in the township with personnel. Our first meeting was on June the 10th from 5:45 to 6:45, and then our second meeting was on June the 25th. We met with the police department and our police officers that were able to come, and that meeting was at 10 a.m. 1 p.m. Sorry, 1 p.m. here at the township. So just need to put those on record. That we did have 2 executive sessions. All right. Other than that, we'll move on. Did everyone have an opportunity to look over the minutes for the June 4th, 2024 meeting?
Yep.
I have a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
Make a motion to approve them.
Second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Thank you. All right, treasurer's report. Everyone have an opportunity to review the treasurer's report as it was presented to the board of supervisors.
Yes.
A motion to accept the treasurer's report.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Next item is 8A, invoices for 6/5/24 to 7/2/24. Did everyone have an opportunity to go over that list of invoices?
Yep.
Have a motion to pay the invoices presented to the board. Second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. All right, now we're gonna move on to payroll for June.
Yeah, wow, what's going on?
Something backwards here.
No, 6/2 to 6/15?
Yeah, 6/2 to 6/15. I had 6/20.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you're looking at the pay date.
Oh, the pay rates.
It was paid on 6/20.
Oh, yeah.
That's the time period, and then you're looking at the date of pay, okay?
All right, threw me off there.
That's
All right,
okay.
for 6/2 to 6/15, everyone have an opportunity to review that pay slip.
Yep.
We'll have a motion to pay it.
I'll make that motion.
This is all retroactive on this. Got a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye. All right, the next one is 6/16 to 6/29. You have an opportunity, Mr. Lowe, do you, did payroll for them?
You actually did it.
You actually.
You actually did it. That was today.
Oh, that's what I did today.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to pay that as presented.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, now we're up to this big report that I have in your, I would like you guys to meet, Officer Terry DeWitt, he's OIC for Liberty Township. He's gonna give the police report for the month of June.
For the month of June, total hours worked was 154 and a half. Total patrol hours of 140 and a half. 7 citations were written, 2 warnings were issued, 49 incidents were handled. This includes self-initiated. And 10 calls for service were handled by the Pennsylvania State Police during non-hours of operation. Police Department's voting through the resignation of Chief BOS. As Chief BOS has decided to remain on part-time as a patrol officer and join your retirement chief. We're also, Police Office Manager Donna Powers has assumed several administrative duties throughout. She's assisting in transition. Inquiry into a technology grant through PCCD for new in-car cameras with ALPR, that's automated license plate reader systems that are embedded within the cameras, are being looked into. Continuation on traffic enforcement, all 3 townships at problem areas. Myself, I was dispatched and I'm handling a theft from Blue Ridge Sportsman Association, which has been alleged to be internal. And the department is actively searching for part-time applicants. Break it down into Liberty Township, we have 1 traffic stop, 1 warning. Total of 8 calls for service to include a theft, animal complaint, EMS assist other police department, a hit and run, and 3 follow-ups. Freedom Township, we had 8 traffic stops, 7 citations, 1 warning. We had 29 calls for service. Again, it includes self-initiated. We had 1 Megan's Law notification, 10 building security checks, 1 disabled motor vehicle, 7 patrols of Freedom Township, 1 suspicious activity of a vehicle in Freedom Township building, and 1 selected patrol, and of course the 8 traffic stops. Highland Township, we had 0 traffic stops, warnings, or citations. 4 calls for service to include a Megan's Law notification, 2 patrols of Highland Township, and 1 active domestic. Pennsylvania State Police again handled 10 calls, which include traffic hazard, theft, reportable crash, a public drunk in progress, 1 burglar alarm, and a 911 hang-up call. Other than that, I have nothing else
B is zoning, permits report. We had $250 was brought in for zoning permits that were submitted to the township. We had $195 for driveway permits, and then we had $50 for a well permit, with a total of $495 for permits for land use and driveway permits in the township. There's still ongoing violations that we went to court about and got a continuance on over on the Bullfrog Road area. So those are still two active cases that have been going on in the township for more than 5 years, unfortunately. But we continue to work through those and see what happens. A citation was filed over on Winshoff Road. Another citation was filed over on Girl Scout, Old Harris Road, and then a 2 on Bullfrog Road. So total 5 citations was filed with PMCA for violations in the zoning ordinance. Any questions, guys, on the violations?
No.
Great. All right, the road department. So the road department, we drove 886 miles for the month of June. We used 79.9 gallons of gas, 26 gallons of off-road, and 26 gallons of on-road fuel for the month of June. As you may indicate, we did have these pipes that we were dealing with for storm water. All these pipes are being replaced for stormwater management. Upgrades from the old concrete pipes, and most of these pipes are 15 inches, some of them are 18, but most of them are undersized for the stormwater management for today, so they're getting upgraded to a minimum of 18 is maximum 24 inches. We did cut those roads and get those roads ready for the contractors if we decided to award those bids. Myself, Bobby, and the road crew was out last week, and we actually took care of 2 pipes. One pipe at the intersection with a 3200 block of Bullfrog Road. We took that pipe out, put a new pipe in. That's under the full depth reclamation that we've awarded. We wasn't sure when that was going to happen, so we wanted to get that pipe in before they came in and started their work. So we did that last week. Took us a little bit longer than we anticipated. We anticipated only taking about 2 hours. It took us like 4.5 hours. We ran into some issues. Then we moved on to to McLaughlin Road. Again, where we thought we were going to have a pipe, it was only going to take a couple hours. Took us the whole entire afternoon. We had to dig down 6 feet to even find the pipe. And then once we found the pipe, we found that we had a 10-inch cast iron, 12-foot long pipe shoved into a 12-inch concrete piece of pipe.
Shoved into another.
So it was something else to see. It's like, oh, I even took pictures. I was like, who in the world? You could see this happened back, well, the pipe had 1902. That's what the pipe had. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. They threw this in there, and there was one rock was clogged up, and it was totally clogged, no water was passing through that, that's why it was coming across the road. So they gave us a fit because what they did on this particular pipe years ago, and it looks like maybe they brought horse and buggy in there, but they had boulders the size of, they were huge, the size of a small car, on top of these pipes, and they were laid in there, and we had a time getting them out of there. So anyhow, we got it done. It's out, and the new pipe's in. So right now, we worked on that. Again, we had some other issues. Of course, when the storm goes through here, every time it seems like the storm doesn't place by us anymore, trees come down. We had 5 trees down last week in different areas of the township that we had to go out and take care of. I know Bobby went out on Monday to remove a tree that came down on the French Creek, and unfortunately our backhoe went down as he was out doing that, and we got it back up and running today. But unfortunately, that's the fourth time that this problem, it's a flow, actuator switch, controller switch that keeps going out on us. Every time it goes out, we have to have a tech come out from Chambersburg at $1,000 a pop, to reprogram it and reset it. So we ordered today we ordered a new switch to be put in, gave us a price, $2487.78. I'm gonna make a motion tonight, that we, go forward with having that switch replaced. Hopefully we won't have them come out again. Like I said, we got $4,000 in this particular project over the last 3 months.
Probably more.
Yeah. So, the tech thinks that if we replace this, then hopefully we won't have any more problems with this anyhow. So, again, it's tough, when you have equipment, but our equipment is, not anything young. I mean, we have some equipment that's been used for a long time, and, we're starting to have some problems with them, so, we have to address those problems as they come.
And I'll second your motion.
All in favor? Aye. Thank you. As far as Robbie's already brought up about the mower part of the diamond head mower is now repaired, and we're waiting for parts for the service of the tractor that mounts the mower's mounted sheet. Talked to the tech today. Unfortunately, they don't have it yet. They gotta look into getting those parts in, so we'll get out to mow it as soon as we can get a mower back in here. For us to rent a mower for 30 days is $8,000 just to rent a mower from the company. So, and that's not counting the $1,000 delivery. So, it's like, no, we just can't go there and do that. So, anyhow, hopefully if it goes in much longer, in neighboring township, I have been in negotiations talking to them about letting us either borrow their mower or borrow their man and mower together, since we have an intermunicipal agreement with that particular township. So hopefully we'll get back out there and get that done. Other than that, that's what we have going on in the township. I would say, we do have some other roads in the township that we marked out and cut. Stillman Marker, not Stillman Marker. Topper, and Orchard, has been cut, for base repair. So we're gonna be, scheduling that. I just, talked to a young man today, who lives in our township that has a mini-X. And, so he's gonna go out and look at the jobs, and he said if he thinks his mini-X will do him, he'll let us either borrow or rent his mini-X, for us to do the work. So anyhow, hopefully we'll get that done here before the end of the summer. As far as the full depth reclamation to Bullfrog Road, I did talk to a new enterprise that won the bid on that. They subcontracted that out. Their subcontractor is in the process of scheduling. They're looking somewhere in the middle of August before we get the full depth reclamation. I did remind them that they had until August the 16th per the contract to get this job done, or they would be able to follow the contract. So hopefully that probably will get some work done. We'll see what happens with that. So that's the road department report. All right, the next thing we have on our agenda here is going to be planning commission.
Yes, the planning commission did meet at the June meeting on the 18th, and I'd like to discuss a few things, just report a few things that are not on the agenda first before we get to what's on the agenda.
Okay, that's fine.
We reviewed a memo from Adams County Office of Planning and Development. It was dated June 17th, and this is about the comprehensive plan project management. As you know, every 10 years the plan needs to be reviewed and revised if necessary. And we are in with Carroll Valley, Fairfield Borough, Hamilton, Van, Highland, Freeman, and Libby. And they've requested assistance for this, and the planning commission discussed it, and Rich Luquette volunteered that he would be the representative from Liberty.
Okay.
We also noted that at the June meeting, the supervisors approved the time extension for, I'm gonna say the name correctly tonight, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, 25C 15-0085-000 for expect to hear from that for quite a while again. Okay, back to what is on the agenda. We again met with people from the Goldenwood kennel application. This is a 2575 track road, 25D 18-0004-000. The easiest thing to handle was that there was a request submitted for a waiver of the wetland delineation. And because none of the hydric soil is going to be disturbed or used, we voted to recommend approval of that waiver. Okay? Okay, we did, after some discussion, recommend a conditional approval to the supervisors for this plan. There were still a number of things that needed to be changed, one of which was under the general notes, number 19.
Okay.
There was a typographical error that made it a negative statement that meant that they could go ahead with anything without getting approval, so we changed that. Also, there were some notes that things there's not consistency about the name of the facility, and so I think we clarified that now that it's an LLC, and they're going to change that on the plans. Now we have not, the planning commission has not received the revised plans, but I understand that they are here in the office, so you all may have them and discuss that. I also want to mention at the last planning commission, Mr. Barlow brought up the use of the state road, track road. And we looked into the ordinances, and ordinance 275303, number 34, it says no plat which requires access to a highway under the Pennsylvania Transportation Department shall be finally approved unless the plat da. And so when we looked at the general notes, number 19, it says all construction requiring township land use permits shall not begin until approval of the final plan and any other required governmental authorizations are obtained. So we feel that track road is included under that general. So the conditional approval is that the recommendations from KPI that were submitted on June 14th, the recommendations inadvertently dated March 27th, but meant to be May 27th, from Andrew Miller, from the zoning officer.
May what? 27th?
May 27th.
That's all in your handout,
Yes. Yep.
the PC memo.
Yep, we see it.
Yes, 5 comments there. And, yeah, those are the conditions that we recommend.
Okay. Anything else?
Mhm.
Okay. All right, then we'll go on to consider consider a motion to grant the waiver for the Golden Woods 2575 track road wetland delineation report. Does anyone have a problem with giving a waiver for that?
No.
I'll make a motion that we give the waiver for that.
I'll second
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Number 2, consider a motion to grant conditional approval of the Golden Woods 2575 track road land development plans dated 1/19, revised 6/10 for conditional approval. As Judy just stated, we have the conditions laid out by KPI. So I will make a motion, conditional approval as long as the plans are reviewed again and approved by KPI, that we would give them conditional approval.
And the zoning officer?
And zoning.
Per the PC's, the planning commission's memo.
Yes, yes. So I made that motion,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Mr. Chairman,
Yeah.
if I may, I did, these corrections.
Okay.
I
these out to you,
Yep.
from KPI and, from Andrew with the zoning. There's comment response letters with those, just so you can go through them at your convenience.
Okay.
That everything that you see in front of you that, was brought up at the last meeting has been addressed.
Okay.
Thank you for that, Commissioner Rule.
I'm good, I don't
Are
care.
you
I'll take that.
Yep, she'll take that.
good? Absolutely.
All right, cool. All right, then next thing we're gonna move on is to item number 3. The Raven Rock Mountain Complex Land Development Plan dated 12/18/23, due on July the 2024. I wanna make a motion that we accept them, you're welcome, have a good night.
Thank you.
We accept that they are withdrawn the plans and grant them a modification from review. That's the motion.
I'll second that.
All in favor? All right, Secretary's report.
Just to let you know, budget season's upon us, and in August, I'll start sending out, information for you to get started.
Okay. Fine.
Summer work.
Yes. All right, and under old business, do we have any public comment under the, do we have any old business? I don't know, do we have any old business?
No.
Mr. Chairman, before, while Mr. DeWitt was giving his report, I was able to check online here on my phone. There is a non-receipt of bids act in PA. You said 2 bids, that's correct. But, so you can now go out and negotiate a contract with a company, but it's gotta be the terms on what you bid for. So, for example, you can't do half the work, it's gotta be to do all the work.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually consult with our district paper rep.
Yeah, you can talk to him, but if he doesn't know, he can just Google like I did, Pennsylvania Non-Receipt of Bids Act, and it comes up, you know, so,
Okay. All right, appreciate it, thank you, John.
you're welcome.
All right, any public comment on the new business items? All right, let's move on to new business. A is the memorandum of understanding between the County of Adams and Liberty Township for the website services. Does anybody have any questions or any concerns about that?
Blah, 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 blah.
Do I have a motion or not about that? Do I have that, does that have a motion?
It's a motion. It's a motion.
I'll second your blah blah motion.
How do you vote?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Blah, 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 blah.
The next one is the emergency operation plan. Did everyone have an opportunity to look over the emergency operation plan?
Those are just errors that I need you to correct.
Yes.
So make a motion that Mr. Barlow will get with the secretary to make the corrections and resubmit to county.
This is something we have to do every few years, as part of our FEMA, which is the Fairfield Regional Emergency Management Team. We have to submit this to Adams County, to put in their emergency response. So I'll make a motion that, Wendy and I will finish this here and submit it to the county, as they need it. Do I have a second? All in favor? Very much. See here, that's gonna be this. Alright. The next one is consider a motion to update the intermunicipal service agreement between Freedom Township and Liberty Township. They have sent us a request and a draft copy of what they're requesting. What they would like us to do is we do have an intermunicipal agreement with them, which is something that we did with the pipe placement, stuff like that, mower, stuff like that. They would like to extend it instead of being something that we renew every single year, is they would like to make this an indefinite agreement with the conditions that are in the draft thing there, to notice that each party can withdraw from the agreement within 30 days of written notice. Anyhow, does anyone have any issues with extending this agreement in an indefinite period instead of doing it yearly?
I make a motion, we make it indefinite.
I'll second the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Next thing is D, the resignations and appointments. First thing we have on here tonight is the resignation of the zoning hearing board. Mr. Chris Hill, is it your intent to resign from the zoning hearing board?
It is.
Effective today?
Today.
I make a motion we accept his resignation from the zoning hearing board, effective today.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
The next one we have on our agenda tonight is the retroactive acceptance of resignation letter that was submitted to us on June 4th, 2024 from Officer, or Chief Bose resigned his position as the chief of Liberty Township. I would make a motion to accept the resignation retroactively June. It was actually effective June 14th, 2024.
I'll
It's
second.
0:00 hours, which is effectively midnight on the 24th, on the 14th.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I make a motion that we accept, he asked to stay on as a part-time police officer in Liberty Township. So reinstate him as a part-time police officer at the current rate of part-timers of $23.92 an hour.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So we have the, Terry DeWitt, we, met with him and as effective June the 14th, this is retroactive, we made Terry, DeWitt to be the officer in charge of Liberty Township for the next 6 months, starting 0:00 hours a.m. on June the 15th with a rate of pay of $30 an hour. Make a motion that we retroactively approve that.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, the last thing we have here, I actually got a couple more things here to do. One of them is I have received a letter from Supervisor Brandon Lowe, effective today, July the 2nd, 2024. Brandon Lowe is resigning his position as Liberty Township Board of Supervisors due to the reason that he is relocated and sold his home, and he no longer is going to be a resident of Liberty Township. Per second-class code, he is not allowed to be supervisor once he moves out of the township. So I'll make a motion to accept Brandon's resignation effective immediately from Liberty Township Board of Supervisors.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, now. Per second-class code, we have 30 days from the time that a supervisor has resigned position to find a replacement, or we can find it if we have some. We find one that we want to appoint, we can appoint that person immediately. I'm making a motion tonight that we appoint Chris Hill as a supervisor, replacing Brandon Lowe, effective immediately. Do you accept the appointment?
I do.
Do I have a second on that?
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. It is. With that appointment, I also want to make a motion that Brandon will be removed from the bank accounts, all the,
And then add,
and then add Chris Hill to the bank accounts, and also to get him lined up for payroll and access to do email as a whole nother. We'll do that immediately.
and Mr. Kyle is going to second that.
I will.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I'm sorry, Officer Witt.
Do you want this swearing in?
Not tonight. We're gonna swear you in when our,
Notary.
yeah, the notary's here. We do the two of you
That
together.
person.
We have, you're that person. So we'll be doing both of you together.
That's fine. That's fine.
I'm sorry.
with the old chief resigning and all of the people on Risk and Bullfrog that have made written statements, is that gonna follow through to?
That follows through to him, yes. Yeah.
I mean, because there was some problem
That's
last time.
already, no, because he's not leaving. And
He
that's
didn't
the-
leave.
He's not leaving.
He just stepped down from his
From the
position.
chief.
So all the paperwork is
It's still here.
Okay, just checking.
No, he just
No,
needs to
you're
get sworn in, like you said, and then that's it. I'd like to get your phone number and email
I'll get
address.
that to you.
Oh, you'll get it to me? Okay.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Okay, last thing I wanna do is I did just hand Brandon a certificate of appreciation from the township. Brandon, I can thank you again for standing up, taking the position as Liberty Township Supervisor, for these years that you've been here. I wish you the best. Brandon's moving, not only is he moving out of the township, but he's moving quite a ways away from us. And, so, I wish him the best. He's, got a lot of things on his plate that he's trying to deal with. And, all right, other than that, then I'll make a motion for adjournment.
I'll second that.
Second that, what's going on?
What I gave Bob.
Yeah, before we adjourn real quick here, he has submitted to us the application, for a police officer to work in the township. We will, take this application, review it, and we'll set up an interview with, his name is Ryan Morris, if you want to put that on there. So I would, we make that motion for adjournment.
And I'll second.
All in favor?
Still 6:41.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, we appreciate it, thanks very much.
Mickey,
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys, there's that, you pass it over the bottom. There's that federal law
Yep.
about prisoner for payment. So I gotta go up 75 there. I'll pass
He
it.
knows, he knows,
Really?
he knows,
Yeah, that's how far Franklin Township goes.
Yeah, I'm in Fulton.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The guys who make sure we're getting some shit lined up.
I appreciate you.
Transition goes well. Thank you.
Thanks, have a good night.
Been alright. Can't feel my legs and arms, but it's been alright. I didn't realize I had that much shit. Whoa.
I mean, you had like 4 trailers, didn't you?
I had a 26-foot U-Haul, I had a 10-foot open trailer, a 12-foot open trailer, and a 20-foot open trailer.
Okay, have a good night, guys.
Hey,
Good night.
okay.
Well, when you move, that's the time to get rid of a lot of shit.
I did get rid of a lot of shit.
Yeah.
No, if you want to shit out.
How you been?
Fine, how have you been?
Oh, weather in the summer, all right so far?
Well, yesterday and today was nice, but tomorrow I hear it's gonna get bad again.
We had a 7:40 tea time, we walked 9 this morning.
I didn't